I'm just starting the recording. Thank you. Just a second. Just let me know when you see my screen.
Yes,
I
we
should
can
be
see it.
fine. Great, amazing. So I basically went over the agenda. I introduced myself. So before we move ahead, I have Eva on this. We have Eva on this call as part of our team. So Eva, would you like to say a few words also?
Thank you, Nikki. Hi, everyone. Super pleasure to be here. Maybe a short intro on my end. I have mathematics and business background, studied in Spain, Canada, did Big Four as a typical business student, and then Swiss Post corporate venturing. Just looking for deal flow and making sure we bring companies all the way up to due diligence and then investment. And then afterwards, the last 5 years, I've been working at Tector, who is the consortium partner of EIC Scaling Club. And we have been working for the past 26 years, bridging more than 100,000 investors in our database with companies ranging from pre-seed to pre-IPO stage. Also, we were developing the previous EIC Scaling Up, which is the previous edition of this club. And basically, my passion is to really make sure to bring the companies that we work with that are quite heavily selected with potential independent board members, with investors forming their rounds, and also helping them get into new markets. And maybe to put a number, for the last 7 years, Tector has been connecting the investors and companies, which the past 7 years, they raised more than 14 billion euros, which is a number we're proud of. Of course, the number is, we are not taking any percentage of the deals. So we're an independent player, and that's also why I think it's the other reason we have been on 26 years on the market. But I'm going to be super happy to make sure that I get to know you better over the last months so that we really understand what you need, and then make sure to help you out and then connect you with the players that you need, whether it's investment, partnerships, or others. So that's in a nutshell, and I'll be super happy to work with you over the next months. Thank you.
Thank you, Eva. Thanks, everyone. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen because I would like to first invite everyone to introduce shortly themselves, just to see who you are, your company, before I jump into the details of the presentation today. And I hope that's okay with everyone. I'm going to start with Romain. I see first on my screen. Welcome.
Sure, thank you. Good morning, everybody. So I'm Roman Locken. I'm the CEO of Aldoria. We're a company specialized in space surveillance and space security. So very happy to be here. I'm here today with two members of my team, our CFO Fabian, and business analyst intern Gaspar.
Amazing. Thank you. Moving on to Giovanni.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. I'm Giovanni Vallone. I'm co-founder and Chief Innovation Officer at Caracol. Caracol, we do develop large-scale additive manufacturing systems, and I lead the R&D team at different levels, from hardware to software to process.
Thank you, Giovanni. Welcome to the club. Moving on
Thank
to
you.
Jacopo.
Hi, Nicolette. I'm here with Giovanni that I already explained. I'm
Yeah.
the co-founder and CFO of Caracol. We are a 3D printing company that we use a robotic system for printing a big scale. And today I'm here with Giovanni, and also I saw that join us Julia, that is support us with the EIC program related.
Amazing. Thank you. I apologize if I don't pronounce any name correctly. Please don't judge me too harsh. And I'm just
Hi.
going as thank you. And I'm just going as I see you on my screen, just so everyone can say a few words about themselves. Next on my screen, I see Kane, or yeah, I hope I pronounced it correctly.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kane Burden, Head of Finance of Rocket Factory Augsburg. So we were a company founded in 2018. We're building rockets and hoping for an inaugural launch attempt next year. Happy to be here and meet you all.
Amazing. Thank you. Happy to have you on the team. Moving on to Maxim from Kai Labs.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Maxim, Head of Corporate Development at KLabs. We specialize in developing optical ground stations for laser communication between satellites to the ground. Happy to be here and happy to be part of the club.
Thank you, Maxim. We're also happy to have you on board. Next to my screen is Mohammed from Constellar. We don't hear you, or maybe it's just me.
Yeah, I also can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Nice to meet you. So my name is Mohammed. I'm the managing director of Constellar in Belgium. So Earth observation operator.
Great. Thank you. Happy to have you on the team. Moving on, Fabian.
Yes, hi everybody. Fabian Simone. I'm the CFO of Aldoria, so part of the team along with Roma.
Welcome, Fabian. Thank you. Antoine.
Hi everyone, my name is Antoine Ressouche. I'm co-founder and managing director at USpace, and USpace is a small satellite manufacturer in France.
Thank you, Antoine. Welcome to the team. Julia from Caracol, I think.
Yes, good morning. I'm Giulia Filippone. I'm in Giovanni and Jacopo team in Caracol, and I'm working in the R&D department. So nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you too. Welcome to the team. Next on my screen, I see Gaspard.
Yes, hello everyone. I'm Gaspard from Aldoria, and I'm working with Romain and Fabien.
Thank you, Gaspard. Welcome to the team. Next, Mariano from POD Space.
Hi everyone, this is Mariano Garcia. I'm Investor Relations Manager at PLD Space. We design, manufacture, and launch space rockets. We're the first ones in launching a private rocket in Europe. So last year, almost. Next Monday, first anniversary.
Amazing. Thank you, Mariano, and welcome to the team. I'm moving on to Chris from Constellar.
Hi everyone, really nice to meet you all. My name is Christian. I'm here with Mo Iramanesh in Belgium. Also, Rosa Schmidt is also joining here. I'm the co-founder of Constellar. Have a finance major actually, and was working in the reinsurance company until I found my passion to combine high tech with the applications in environmental management in a large scale. This is why we develop and also operate our own future satellite constellation for environmental and agricultural monitoring. Pleasure to be here.
Pleasure to have you on the team, Chris. Thank you for joining. Next on my screen is Rosa, your colleague.
Hi everyone. Everything was already said, I guess, about Constellar. I'm the person who combines everything that has to do with internal and external communication. In short, I'm the marketing manager at Constellar, and I'm very happy to be here.
Thank you, Rosa. We're also happy to have you on the team. Ioana, then from Endurosat, welcome.
Hi, just 1 second. Do you see me?
Yes, we see you.
Hi, very pleased to meet you all. My name is Joanna and I'm representing Endurosat. I'm personal assistant to the CEO. So, yeah.
Thank you, Ioana. Welcome to the team. And last but not least, I see on my screen Ruth McKee.
Hi, folks. I'm actually, don't think Ruth actually, she's on holidays today. So joining John Mackey, actually, CEO and co-founder of Embryonics. We develop end-to-end satellite optical communication solutions.
Great.
Excited to be here.
Pleasure to have you on the team, John. Thank you. Thanks everyone for the introductions. Let me know if I missed anyone. I don't think I did, but just in case, raise your hand. I think we are missing 1 or 2 companies, but that weren't able to join, but you get to meet them at some point, probably at the event, if not afterwards. So I share my screen again. I hope you see it. And I'm going to dive deeper into the club today and just more practical details for your involvement. So what is the EIC Scaling Club? We are a deep tech impact initiative by the European Innovation Council and the member states. And we have designed a program to help support scale-ups to grow rapidly in the next 2 to 3 years. And we have designed this program in several phases that we believe will help everyone, will help our companies grow. So the EIC Scaling Club is invitation only. So by end of next week, we would already have 120 companies onboarded into the club. And those companies underwent Eva mentioned already a vigorous nomination and selection process. We had, for the new space group specifically, we had about 200 nominations, out of which 60 companies were invited and 35 applied. And you are the currently 10 companies that are selected and invited to join the club. So this is the moment where I say congratulations to you all. I am honored to be part of this group, to be managing this group, and to be part of your success and your future. So those are the companies that we currently have as part of our new space group. We are currently onboarding 2 more companies that I hope I can share with you the names by the end of next week, latest by the event in Athens. So into the club, more about the club itself. In the club, you can consider the club as a community. And in this club, we have communities within the communities. We have 10 market groups in which we have investors, corporates, mentors, and companies in each of these market groups. So together, we create this huge community of from the ecosystem. We launched our first 4 groups actually in April earlier this year, and we've already been working with the 48 companies in these four market groups that you see at the top of the screen. So in a sense, I would say that you're lucky that you're joining now, because we've already started working with the companies. We already know where to improve. We already know where to go deeper. So in my opinion, you are a little bit luckier than the rest, because you're joining now, and we're even better than when we started. So what this club, as I mentioned to you, at this community, at the core of the community, we have you, the companies, and around you, we are creating this kind of network of investors, corporations, government agencies, member states, and independent board level mentors. All of us striving to help you see your challenges, face your challenges, and help you grow in any way that we can. So as I mentioned to you, we launched the club a year ago, and we started working with the first 48 companies in April. And I am very humbled and honored to say that our companies are very happy. The ones that we have in the club are very happy, and they're earning great successes. So you can see we have interviews with them, and we share everything on social media. So feel free to go and look. I want to share a bit more about the new space group with you. So here we have in each of these small communities that I showed you, at least 30 investors and corporates as part of the group. Here on this slide, you actually only see the ones who allowed us to use their logos. We have about 30 investors, corporates, and agencies who is part of our smaller community. But overall, within the club, we have around 300 investors, corporate, and agencies that are active club members. So you will get to meet most of them, not all, but most of them, and at the event in Athens that's coming up at the end of this month. So further into the program, what we want to do in this program is for the next 2 years, we want to help you connect with investors, board members, partners, and customers. We want to help you with your story and your pitch. We want to help you with your recognition. We want to bring value to you through investment, through business development, through leadership, and most of all, we want to help you grow your valuation. So we are humbled to think of ourselves as your external business development team. The club, as I mentioned to you, is invitation only and it's free for selected companies. However, what we require from you is commitment. What we have estimated that this commitment would be for the next year would be about 5 days and about 40, calculated into 40 hours more or less. But of course, as cliche as it sounds, the more time you invest, the more benefits you will receive. And we've actually already seen that with the companies that we started working with, because the companies that were more committed and dedicated more time are already earning a lot of what they put their effort into in the beginning. So the club services, there's 3 services through the entire that we offer in the within this program: recognition, mentoring, and roadshows. So further into the recognition part is visibility and PR. What does it mean? We're going to produce market roadmap reports, which are horizontal, and scaling challenge reports, which are vertical, and you're all going to be featured in them. The idea of these reports are that they help on a horizontal and vertical level for you to address the challenges that you face into the ecosystem and specifically in your sector. We're going to produce market highlight reports every 6 months. What does it mean, a market highlight report? We're going to collect the data. We're going to collect the important figures on an aggregate level, of course, nothing confidential. And we're going to measure our impact every 6 months. So number of investors, money raised, rounds, etc. So every 6 months, we're going to produce a new market highlight report in order for us to see how we helped you, because what we want to do is help you. If the market highlight numbers, they don't change, we're not doing something right. So we need this impact data. We're also going to produce reports which compare you to the control group. The control group is those 35 companies that I told you that went into the selection but were not actually selected. Only 12 out of those 35 were selected. So we're going to produce reports to compare how your growth compares to their growth as you being part of the EIC Scaling Club. Publicity. We want to know everything that's happening with you while you're part of the club, whether you're raising around, whether you have a new customer, anything and everything that as a milestone for you, we want to know, because we want to help you through our network. We want to publish about this. We want to say to everyone what your achievements are. Moreover, we're going to produce articles and interviews with you during the duration of your participation into the program. First, for example, the first one is going to be during the Scale 100 forum that I already invited everyone to. We're going to have live recorded interviews with you, which we are then going to put on our channels. So, second kind of service, and more, I would say, the most integral part of the program is the mentoring. So I'm happy to share with you here the 12 mentors that were selected and have agreed to join the EIC Scaling Club. They're all amazing. And what I want to say to you is that we already met with them. They're very excited to be working with you. We have not yet mentioned your names, your company names to them, because this is, as I mentioned in the emails when I reached out to you, we are going to formally announce this during the event, and the commissioner herself, Commissioner of Innovation herself, is going to announce the names of the companies. But our mentors are very, very excited to be working with you. Also important for you to know is that our mentors are actually paid. So this is a paid service in this program. So the mentors are there for you, for your support, and to support you with the challenges and through our mentoring methodology that we've created so you can grow. A little bit more about this mentoring methodology. So from January 2025 until April 2025, we're going to go into the phase of the mentoring, as we say, or advising. So you are going to be paired with 4 mentors out of these 12 that you saw, which are going to be helping you with facing your, so to say, challenges. The idea of you're going to have individual sessions with them. You're going to have a company deep dive session with them where you're going to present the company and you're going to present to them the challenges that you have. Here, what I want to say is that we know trust is hard to build. So all of these sessions are going first to be under NDA. So everyone joining these sessions is going to sign an NDA. Everything is confidential and nothing will go out of this session. It stays there. But in order for our mentors to be able to help you, they need to know. They need to know your struggles. They need to know where you need help. And of course, this means numbers. Of course, this means information that you don't share with external people. So that's the idea of the mentoring sessions, that you dive deeper into your challenges, that the mentors through their experience and through their connections and through, because all of them have amazing network, they have amazing experience. Some of them are ex-entrepreneurs, some of them have failed a few times and then risen, so they have a lot to share with you. And the idea of this mentoring is exactly this: them helping you define your challenges, define your priority, and help you devise a plan in order to face this challenge that you have. So they're going to support you in any way that they can. And they, as I mentioned, something that has been driving the world for the past, I don't know how many years, it's connections. They have many connections. And we have designed this mentoring program in order for you to get to the people that you want to get to in contact. So we're going to also facilitate this for you. This is more or less the aim of the mentoring methodologies. The idea is to turn actions into a plan, and a step-by-step plan that you can actually start working on. And here I want to speak a little bit about your commitment, because I know I said it's cliche, but the more you invest, the more you get out of this mentoring, advising kind of a part of the program. So your commitment, as I mentioned, is going to be up to 8 hours annually. And we recommend that the CEO is present in the mentoring sessions. Of course, all company members that are actively involved with the operations, but the CEO is the face of the company. So that's why this is a recommendation on our side. We recommend also that you prepare for each session. So we're going to, as a tool, to use SharePoint. We are going to receive instructions, and in the company manuals that I already sent to you, you probably saw instructions on how to prepare for the mentoring sessions. But we encourage that you prepare before each mentoring sessions. For each session, you're going to have to present the presentation, and please do have in mind the comments that you will receive from the advisors, because it's important for moving forward and for actually going where we want to go. And of course, it's important that you attend the sessions and actively participate, so to speak. Before I move into the third kind of phase, which is also really important, the roadshow events, I want to share with you again about the Scale 100 forum that's going to happen at the end of this month, and that I have invited everyone to join. It's very important, and I advise, if possible, for at least one representative of your companies to join the event. This event is going to be very important. It has a lot of will gather a lot of people. There's always also going to be a launch of the Trusted Investors Network. A lot of ecosystem investors will be present, along with the commissioner, as I mentioned to you, the European Commission representatives as well. And this event will also serve as a kind of starting point of your journey. We're going to where you're going to meet your fellow companies, you're going to meet the investors and the corporates and the agencies that are part of the club. And the idea of the event is all about the networking. We have many sessions focused on that. We have many one-to-one meetings that you can meet with people that are there for you. So my advice would be, if possible, for at least one team member of your team to attend. So that's 21st and 22nd of October. This says 24th and 25th for some reason. Apologies. In Athens, the venue is National Bank of Greece. Moving on into this roadshow phase of events, in November, we have an ITF webinar coming up, and and if you want to join, you're welcome to. The focus of this webinar would be on maximizing the opportunities through the ITF events, because as I mentioned to you, the third phase of our program is the roadshow events. We're going to be inviting you to select events for your sector that we're going to try to facilitate connections with you there. We're going to secure some tickets for you there, whether it's partnering on investment events. We also have 2 more club events that you will be invited to. The club events are only for the club, and they're very much focused on networking. But beyond that, because we're part of the EIC by the European Innovation Council, we also have the events of our network. So we work with the trade fairs, and we are going to share with you opportunities to attend other events, not only in Europe, but worldwide. For example, some of our companies are going to CES in Las Vegas. I think 2 or 3 of our companies. We have a few companies going to GTEx Dubai. That's happening actually right before the Scale 100 forum. And then we already have the open call for GTEx Africa that we can share with you, and then other events through the trade fairs. Of course, what we can do is just fast track your application to these events. We are not responsible for them, but we support you with the application, and we have this kind of, as I mentioned, fast track to them. So in short, the next steps of your involvement with the club is club confirmation, and then official announcement of you being part of the club at the Scale 100 forum in Athens. After that, we would start setting up the mentoring sessions from January to April 2025. As I mentioned, individual and collaborative. You will receive more details, some follow after the event in November. The mentors that you've been paired with, unless you have a conflict with any of them, of course. And then we're going to start working on the schedule for the mentoring sessions. From this October, basically from this month until October 2025, we also entered the roadshow of events. So we're going to be sharing with you sector-specific events that may be relevant to you and inviting you to join. And from October 2025, we would start with the second cycle of mentoring, which is individual mentoring. And of course, I'll tell you more details about this when the time comes, because it's not very relevant now. So basically, that's it on the details of the event. I'm going to stop sharing my screen now and open the floor up to questions. If any, of course.
And maybe in the meantime, I can share a couple of words about what we mean by challenges, because of course we're going to help you, especially like the easiest part to help you is around fundraising. As mentioned, we have more than 100,000 investors. We've been working for a long time, so we're quite connected on that. But also it can be anything from go-to-market strategy, whether you're trying to see where you should be headed in the next couple of years and why. It can be a breakdown of your team structure, or assessing the board and whether you need another specific board member. It can be connecting you to specific people from different organizations that you wish to create partnerships with. And the coolest thing is after the mentoring sessions and really going over your financials, projections, then connecting those and translating those and connecting them with the sales pipeline. We also ask you at the end to, after also perfecting your pitch deck, depending on who you're pitching in front of, we ask you for a Christmas wish list. Basically, you can share with us 200, 300 names of different people. And then we go in our database and together we check who would be the right person to do an introduction, and also prepare like a very solid email or another way of obviously securing the meeting with a specific person. And also, we're going to go in depth because, especially with large organizations, checking the right person in the whole structure, maybe 200,000 people, is also quite crucial. So we also, I mean, basically, as Nikki mentioned, the more you put in, the more you're going to get out. This is quite a lot of work. And we also try to prioritize, right? Whether it's partnering or investment and so on. And also, especially for companies that are raising, let's say, even in 8 months next year, it's always good to start now, making sure that you're in the radar of the potential investors. It can be also M&A, deal structuring. I mean, it's basically, it can be endless. But of course, it's important to prioritize. So that's why preparing before a session and making sure that you, like before the meeting, the mentors, it's important that you share your pitch deck because usually it's just otherwise a waste of time, meaning just putting the sales pipeline, the financials, the OPEX, CAPEX, like all the numbers. But of course, you know, from experience, we know it usually takes time for the company to trust the mentors, but that's why we're also doing the NDA. And yeah, and I have to say it's actually quite a lot of fun. So at the end, you know, being a couple of months together, working so much in depth, it's quite cool, I would say. So we're super excited, and I'm super space fan, so it's a dream to start and kick the space cohort.
Thank you. Thank you for the information. I have a simple question, if I can. How do you actually guys match the mentors with the companies?
You want me to take this, Nicolette?
Yeah. You can take it if you want, or I.
So basically, it depends on. So first, we ask all of the mentors whether they have a conflict of interest with any of the companies, and of course, since the mentoring sessions won't have started, each company will have 2 main mentors and 2 additional mentors, so 4 in total. And then we have also enough sessions that you're going to meet all of the mentors and work together so that you can benefit from their network and all of their knowledge. But most of the pairing would happen by subsector because all of your companies are different and the mentors have different backgrounds. So we really take time to make the pair. But in any case, you're going to have access to all of them.
All right. Thank you.
And maybe it's important to say that, of course, we have these sessions, like the hours, but then most of the work happens, you know, between the meetings themselves. And always the mentors are super responsive and they really nitpick every detail and they make sure to work in between the sessions.
All right. Clear. Thank you very much.
If I may, Maxime from CalAbs, I would have two questions. Could you please tell us more about this event in Greece to understand what it's about and what's structured? And as well, I understand that there would be NDAs between companies and individual mentors. What about this group of people, etc.? I don't know what's expecting from us to be shared, but could you please tell us more about it?
Yes, of course. So the NDA, anyone who's joining the session, the mentoring session, regardless which one, will be under NDA. So no one who hasn't signed an NDA will join this session. That means that, for example,
with the mentors, you mean the mentors?
The
with
mentors
us in January will have signed NDA. I understand that, but and what about among this group?
The other companies are not actually joining your mentoring sessions. They are personal. So the mentoring sessions are only between the one company and the mentors that's assigned to that company. But the rest of the companies, they're not joining the sessions.
Okay. I had understood that, but she said that in Athens we need to do a presentation of companies and stuff.
No,
That's
so I'll go more into the Athens. So the Athens event is a club event. It's and it's only for club members. I mentioned to you that we have about 300 investors as part of the club. We also we will have 120 companies selected and 120 mentors. So at this event, it's a club event, so we're inviting only club members. And the idea of the event is for us to formally announce you as becoming part of the club. You meaning the new companies, and also about networking for you to meet with the fellow companies, with the mentors, with the investors. At this event, as I mentioned, the Commission would like to launch their Trusted Investors Network. So this will be part of the program. But more further into the program of the event, specifically for the companies, we are going to have Comms Academy by our communications partner. We're also going to have a fireside chat. You can see this all on the website. I think I've shared the agenda. On day 2 of the event, we have company pitching per sector. And we also have investor reverse pitch per sector planned. So in the company pitching per sector, it's basically an elevator pitch from all the companies within the digital sectors specifically for our group. So it would be the digital security companies, next generation computing companies, and new space companies pitching in front of sector investors. So not only the investors that we have as part of the new space group, but also the ones that are in digital security and the next gen. You can actually already see the investors that are going to attend the event. They're also on the website. I update the website on a weekly basis. So as soon as I receive a confirmation, it will appear on the website. And then the investor reverse pitches, the investors part of the club are pitching to the company. So this is pretty straightforward. We will also have a lot of one-to-one meetings opened, slots open for you to schedule meetings with anyone from the club. As soon as you register on the platform for the event, you will fill in your profile. And on the 10th of October, I will send an email formally opening the one-to-one meetings. So you can basically go and schedule a meeting with anyone, depending on, of course, it's first come, first serve. So the faster you go, the more meetings you can secure. Did I manage to give you more clarity and answer the question?
Yes, thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Nicolette, just one question.
Of course.
How long do the companies get for the pitches?
It's only an elevator pitch because we have many companies joining.
But what does that mean in terms of time?
45 I think between 30 and 45 seconds is the elevator pitch. At least that's our definition within the EIC Scaling Club.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
It'll
you
be
too.
kind of a minute, but the program is quite solid, and I don't know, I don't think we have the program published yet, so that you can check the name and the participants, but it's quite solid. And yes, the elevator pitch is short, but you have enough times and opportunities to present in front of the wide audience, and especially in the workshops.
Yeah, and I also shared a file with you with kind of outlining each session, but the idea of this to be an elevator pitch is so we can have a Q&A from the investors as well that are part of the session.
I had a question as well, if I may. Roman Locken from Aldoria. Did you say that the club members are going to be announced by the commissioner himself?
Yes, Ilyana Ivanova, the Commissioner of Innovation. We also have, I cannot disclose, but there's big names coming from the cabinet as well to the event. It's very important for them to be the ones that are announcing the names of the companies that are joining the club now in October.
Wonderful, thank you.
Thank you.
It's not only important, I think, for publicity and also meeting the club and kickstarting, but I think if you join, you're gonna feel more of the vibe of the EIC Scaling Club, and I think it's gonna make a difference on the next couple of months of our work together, especially at first, because the previous edition we started, it was during COVID. So you can imagine the amount of trust and efforts that we had to build so that we can actually form a good group. So the fact that we have the chance now to kick off, it makes a huge difference.
Absolutely. Agreed. You also get to meet the companies from that we started working with in April. A lot of them have great successes already. We also are going to invite two companies to share what they did in the last 6 months. One of them raised the biggest semiconductor round in Europe. So we are very humbled to be contributing even a little bit to this. So it's just to showcase that we're trying to help in any way that we can.
Yeah, and I'm also remembering that Miko, who is he's actually the president of one of the groups. He was working with us also on the previous EIC Scaling Up, where we were helping 50 deep tech companies, including IQM, probably you know, which is the company that Nicola just mentioned. But he started working with one of the companies independently outside of the club. And obviously, should you decide to work with one of the mentors, like you don't have any conflict of interest if you want to pursue your like personal interests with any of the mentors. And actually, Miko became on two companies officially as part of their board. And with one of the companies, Kabit, he did meet them with more than 100 investors, and he secured their round. So it's a vibrant community with no conflict of interest, and we think it's also not much time commitment, which is the mandatory that we're talking about.
Yeah.
So just wanted to mention that as well. Any more questions?
Of course, feel free to send any questions my way. I'm always available on email, so everything and anything you can ask me. I really hope so far I think only Mariano from POD Space is coming to the event, or the POD Space is coming to the event. I really hope that you can come, because it's going to be a great opportunity for you and for us to meet, of course, face to face. I will send a follow-up email after our webinar. I'll send you the recording. I will also send you more information about Athens. These documents that I told you about, I'm going to send them again. And I'm always available, myself and Eva, through email. So please feel free to reach out to us for anything. And if you don't have any questions, maybe we can go.
Awesome.
Great.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for joining today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nicolette.
Hope to
Thank you
see
very
you
much.
soon.
Have a nice day.
Have a nice
Thank
day.
you.
Bye.
Take
Thank
care.
you guys. Have a lovely day.
Thank you.
You.